And howdy do, how the heck are you? So I just did a video for this, the Piney River Masked Bandits IPA. It is actually a black rye IPA. So I've already got a glass for it here. I'm going to pour a little bit more in it. But I have two other of the style. The Stone Sublimely Self-Righteous. That's 8790 IBUs. The Masked Bandit 7.5, 75. So it's a little bigger statistically. Pour some there. And then I also have the Firestone Walker Wookey Jack, another black rye IPA. So I'm not doing this to say which one is better of the three. I just kind of want to compare differences to see how three different breweries, three quality craft breweries, treat the style differently, basically. Now, I mentioned in my video that I got a lot of big roasted malts on this. I also got some on the nose. You start with the malts. You do get a lot of juniper. You certainly get the rye. The spicy rye comes at you. So let me do the Stone next. All three pour very similar heads. Very similar heads on all three. They're very creamy. Oh, I got some on my nose here. A similar aroma from this one, actually. The Stone is The Stone is statistically the biggest of the bunch at 8.7, although the body does not feel any heavier than my Masked Bandit over here. It actually might even feel a little lighter. The aroma is actually a little more pungent on the Masked Bandit than it is the Stone. But the finish does linger a little longer on the Stone. You start off on the Stone Sublimely Self-Righteous. You do get some roasted malts, a little bit of coffee going on. But the hops are a bigger player than the malts in this particular one, where I feel the Masked Bandit is pretty well balanced on both sides, just big in both directions. This one's big in both directions too, but it is clearly larger on the hop end, and it does linger a little bit more on the palate. You do certainly get some pine, some citrus, grapefruit specific, maybe even a touch of lemon there at the end. It's very nice. It's very nice. It's more citrusy than the Masked Bandit. So let me go to the Wookey Jack from there. The Wookey Jack has a stronger aroma than the Sublimely Self-Righteous as well. Very similar to my Masked Bandit. Not as much malt on the nose as the Bandit now that I put them both together. The Bandit has much more malt on the nose, where this is very stinging. The rye is very prevalent on the nose, as is the pine, kind of juniper-esque, and some citrus. So let's take a drink, shall we? Oh, wow, that's very different. The coffee is larger on the Wookey Jack than any of the three, although there is hints of coffee in all of them. The hops are big on this one, with a similar profile with the piney end winning out. All three are quality IPAs. I'm not going to tell you which one is better, because none is better than the other. They're all perfect for what they do. Oddly enough, for one at the smallest end of the spectrum statistically, the body to me actually it's got a more of a, you got a thicker mouthfeel on the Piney River than the other two, which is odd because it is the smallest. But that could be because it's just balanced better than the other two. The other two might be slightly bigger on the hop end. They lean more towards the hop side, but all three are just great black IPAs. Try them all three if you can. Wowzer, but this Masked Bandit holds up to anyone on the market. I'm telling you, it's beautiful.